Hey guys, welcome back. Another episode of How to Climb Out of Silver. So I'm playing the one role I haven't played yet, or I actually haven't played AD carry yet either. But going mid lane against a Zed, we've got Elise versus Shyvana. So for Elise, she wants to outgank Shyvana pre-6 and then ideally get at least one or two of our lanes ahead because Shyvana, as we know, isn't really a champion before level 6. And so Elise has, one of the strongest level 3s to level 6s as a jungler in the game right now. So she really wants to do that. Caitlyn, Ali just want to get out of laning phase and then outrange Draven Nami for the rest of the game. So Ali's a really good disengage tool as well for their really heavy AD team. Yes, heavy AD team, but also they've got a couple of jumper inners, which Ali's going to really help us protect with. And then we've got Irelia versus Fiora, which is a bit of a skill matchup, so it'll be interesting to see how that one works. Obviously, Fiora probably has the upper hand, because Fiora takes a little bit less skill, and she has the parry. But yeah, that's the champion matchup quickly, and let's get into the runes. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm versing a Zed in lane, and when I verse Zeds in lane, whenever I verse an assassin in lane, my major goal is to stop them from getting too fed during laning phase, so getting kills on me, and then translating that into a lead on other sides of the map. So I've gone Comet here on Cass, which obviously you don't go. You should go Phase Rush or Conqueror because they scale better, but because I wanted to be really lane dominant here, I've gone Comet, Mana Flow Ban for the mana sustain because Cassiopeia is notoriously known for running out of mana. It's really bad. Celerity for the movement speed you gain whenever you get your poison, your Q. And then Scorch is a nice poke tool. And then Taste of Blood to heal up so I can kind of win trades against Zed because his combo actually out-combos me. But if I can get a sustained trade that goes longer than his initial combo, I end up winning that. So the extra healing from that is quite nice with those trades. Ravenous Hunter, because it scales really well, and into the late game, you can start healing, 3-4k health per game. And then double adaptive force, because cooldown doesn't really work. No point in going double armor against Zed. I mean, you could if you were very scared or intimidated. And then armor rune, obviously, because I'm versing a Zed lane, and their team is majority AD besides the Shyvana. So yeah, let's get into the game. Now, I'll actually go into this a little bit in more detail because it's quite a long load screen. So, I've gone Comet this game, which you shouldn't actually probably go as Cassiopeia. Either Phase Rush or Conqueror are the best, but I actually want to max Q this game. So, Phase Rush and Conqueror are really good for for Cassios who want to max E, but I ideally want to poke Zed out of lane, and I've got Exhaust, so I really just want to get out of laning phase. Limit how much CS he gets, limit how many kills he gets in early game because I know I outscale Zed, and with my W, I can actually counter him a lot in team fights. So just going the basic Doran's Ring and looking that, I've got Exhaust versus Ignite, so I can really bait out some ganks with Elise if she comes mid with the Exhaust, because with the new Exhaust now, it lasts 3 seconds, which is pretty much, it's one of the most broken summoner spells in the game, arguably, but still one of the most underused. So again, just the standard protection here. Obviously cautious that they don't really have a hard engage, but I still need, can't be AFK during this time. Hopefully Aurelia comes with me.
Minions have spawned. Patience, darling.
Oops, I had my bindings wrong there. So I'm just going to try and poke Zed out of lane. I'm going to dodge this Q as he throws it. Making sure I weave my CS as I do it. And this is kind of the Comet path you want to go. Whenever Zed comes up for CS, let him use his Shrieking to get CS, that's fine. And try and weave your Qs in with your Mana Flow Ban. So when your Mana Flow Ban resets, that's when you want to do your Q. And again, just zoning. And so with Cassio, as long as you kill the target that you're trying to E, so even if your E doesn't kill the target, as long as the projectile's at least in midair while you're killing the unit, you get the mana refund. Notice how I've now got a nice little lead. Obviously, the wave's pushing in a bit, but this is so Elise can pressure because I've got vision on their blue buff. I can go here if she wants. Never mind. It's a bit unlucky for Fiora. And so I've got a major wave pushing here. So Shyvana, I'm looking to see how I can help. Notice how, see, I'm controlling Scuttle, so helping out my jungler as much as I can. Because there's dead time in mid lane, I've got nothing else to do. And again, just duking out the Zed, making his life as miserable as possible, while keeping a CS lead on him. So this lane's going pretty well. This Zed's probably like mentally a bit frustrated that, you know, my Comet's just purely poking him. I know Shyvana's bot side, so bot lane has to care, but the good thing is that their lane's pushed in. So all I have to do is care here. So I sit top side, so that because I know the Shyvana jungle is bot side. Again, just poking as much as I can. Again, juking. So just pick a way to juke with a Zed. Doesn't matter if you get it right or get it wrong. But try and mix it up. So don't let him... And now I've got no mana, so I want to plan a back as soon as possible. So ideally, push this wave in and then get the back. And I'll have my Tear of the Goddess. But this is not an ideal back spot, so I'm just going to keep pushing. And get the reset after this wave, knowing now I don't actually know where Shyvana is, so I'm playing pretty safe, but I have flash exhaust, so I'm pretty safe pre-6. Oop, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to miss all that CS, but now I've got a nice little lead. Getting my back timer as well on a catapult wave, which is really good, meaning Zed pretty much can't push this wave, even if he wants to, and Elise now has pressure to do that, which is really good. So obviously going the classic build, I'm going to go the Mana Crystal because I can't afford the Amplifying Tome, but the Mana Crystal with the Control Ward is actually a really nice combo. But I'll probably go Leandries before I finish my Archangels because Archangels takes a little time to scale. So a bit of a shame here that I can actually come here if the Shyvana goes for it, which she might. So notice how I'm again helping my jungler out as much as possible. There we go. So really well played by me. Again, look how much pressure I'm... Okay, so Ali's completely clueless. Don't know what he's doing. So really well played. I've kind of fucked that up big time. But what that means is that now we get the dragon, which is an early win game condition for Shyvana. Sorry, I'm a bit shaky here. This is my first game. Just had a big coffee. And I can't help. So I have to assume Shyvana's... They're going to be able to kill that or get that. Secure that without me. Because I've done enough there to secure that. I got the kill on Zed. We got the kill on Nami. Ali kind of tunnel vision there onto the dragon, which was a bit awkward, but my XP. And that's how you help your jungler as a mid laner, guys. I've done like just 2 small things during dead time, I like to call it. And so because I'm aggressive in this lane, that's a tilting ward. I put that there to try and tilt the enemy laner. And look how I'm using my dead time. I'm not sitting waiting for my next wave. I'm rotating, looking to see if there's anything here. I'll clear this vision, so if there's a control ward here, I'm going to clear it out. And get the kill as well. So using your dead time, really important. I lose a wave for that, but I get bot lane ahead. And now I know Zed is going to be pressuring. So that's fine. I lose a wave for that, but it's calculated because we get a plating for my bot lane. And we also develop a nice little lead for them, which is, again, influencing as much of the map as you can. If you have a lead in your lane, convert it into a lead in another lane as well as you can. And obviously, I missed 2 waves here, but in reality, I'm not actually going to give Zed that much because I did have a CS lead on him. So now we're actually even in CS. He's probably beating me in a little bit of XP. And I'm not going to be able to stop that back. And what that roam does as well is it tilts the shit out of him. So again, I'm going around. And look what I'm doing. Again, dead time. There's nothing for me to do here. Again, that's fine because Zed, you know, can't actually do anything. He's actually using this time to reset the wave. So just trying to do as much as I can there. I knew I was pretty much dead, but we probably get the... Yeah, so we get that. Really well played by my bot lane. I mean, I think Caitlyn probably could have healed me, but I don't think it actually would have helped me out that much. But, you know, a little bit aggressive by me, and I was a shutdown. But it's pretty good because I've forced Zed out of lane again. Well played. So notice how I'm always trying to help a lane. You know, when my lane's like this, I can just go because right now the CS is even. We got to defend this, so I'm going to rotate. Notice how, again, I'm coming around. But it's not going to be on. And now we've got really good pressure for Dragon up. So I've pretty much taken their mid laner out of the game. Look at Nami roaming. And now I get prio on Dragon.
Rampage.
Oh man, I DC. That's fun.
A summoner has reconnected.
So that was fun. DC'd there. Always good times. So I played that really well, and it would have actually gone out really according to plan if I had just not DC'd. But, you know, that's kind of just what happens sometimes. So annoying, but can't do much about it. And now I've actually lost my lead, so I could even be over roaming to an extent. So really silly by my team. And I can't contest that, so I'm not going to go for it.
Wealth is valuable only as a means of power.
Shut down.
Bit of a shame here because, I mean, I've done a lot to try and get my team ahead. I mean, at least the Caitlyn's 7-0, which is very nice.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
So notice how I'm not going too aggressive there. And well played, Ali. He deserves that. And that's kind of what can happen when you gank for one lane. They might come and help you, which is always a really nice thing to see. I can't really buy anything here. I'm just going to go that. And a health. I could buy my Archangels, I think, but I don't actually want it yet because my tier still isn't stacked, so it's not the most efficient. This Ali's being a very nice man. Holding. So I really like that this Ali has taken a liking to me. We know Shyvana's topside, but that's a really well played support there. And now he's gotten me a nice chunky wave that I can use to get back within XP range. And now we can roam together. She can waste as much time as she wants. There we go. So I've still got ult and I've got exhaust. And that's annoying that they get the next Rift Herald. And well played by the Nami to actually run me around for that long. But at least we're going to get a real... Oh my god, the Fiora dies for that.
An ally has been slain.
Interesting strategy. Yes, so really well played. That Kate's now 12-1. My flash was definitely not the best thing in the world. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate top here because I think Caitlyn and Ali can probably get that turret without me. So I'm going to try and push this out. And I guess that's how you get a bot lane ahead. Roam for them twice in early game. You know, you sacrifice your lane a bit, but in the end, it kind of works out. We haven't, you know, gotten everything we wanted this game, but it's been pretty decent. So hopefully I get a Fiora TP here, which would be really nice. No. Notice how I'm weaving auto attacks as I go for the turret. And I'm just going to leave that because Dragon's up in 50, so ideally want to get to there. And that turret's pretty much dead anyway, so all good. Got that. I'm going to get a stopwatch next, just because it's really useful. Buy control ward, so we get more pressure on Dragon, and I'm pinging on my way. And look at that. So top lane's perfectly reset now. Zed's delayed. He'll still make it here in Dragon time, but at least I delay him so I get priority. I at least get to Dragon before him. This is not the best. Notice how, again, we're trying to stop them doing dragon. I wish my team would help me out a bit, but that's okay. And we killed the dragon. And now we go drag. Again, just securing vision. I doubt they're going to go for a Baron here. Would be pretty funny though. Kate should actually be here. Yeah, so Kate shouldn't be there trying to match a Zed, because that's just what happens. Because she's kind of our win con at the moment until the rest of us catch up. And they're going for Baron here. So hopefully we get that. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. And they're actually playing that pretty well. So we're throwing this a little bit. This is also a problem when you invest too much in someone and then they, you know, start not playing optimally. It's not the end of the world, but it is a little bit concerning now because they have a Baron at 21 minutes. But we can defend this pretty easily. Notice I'm kiting it away, so Zed doesn't get near me when I do it. And I've actually put myself quite behind in terms of XP. Bad play there by me. Well played by them. Again, Ali's a bit too deep, but I was also out of position here. So we're throwing this one pretty badly. Kate should care. I mean, the Shyvana just doing, you know, a 600 damage Flame Breath. There's not much counterplay to that one, but I was in a bad position. Still going to buy a control ward. And really, when Baron's up, all you want to do is try and just defend. Irelia, I don't know why she's here. She shouldn't be there. Again, just trying to keep them away. So Irelia is not the most useful player. She's gone a Wit's End against an AD team, which doesn't really make sense. Someone's got to help me with this. Yeah, so our team's crumbling apart a bit here. Still okay. Some games you're not going to get everything going according to plan, but the game's definitely not over yet. We've still got 2 dragons, which is very good. Obviously, no one's here, which is a bit awkward, and they get the inhib. We can fight this, though, if Ali gets a pick. So we get out of that, or I get out of that. Not the best ult. Yeah, so Elise definitely didn't play the best game here. Shyvana kind of took over that section of the game, even though I did kind of try and enable this as much as possible. So hoping this Ali will do something. Which he doesn't. He kind of fucked up his combo, but at least I was there to help bring that one back, or at least punish them a bit for getting that turret. So I get out of that, which is nice. We lose drag, which is not nice. And yeah, I mean, this Irelia's build is a bit interesting. A Wit's End when their team doesn't actually have any AP besides a Shyvana, and a Wit's End isn't going to help much. It's definitely not the most optimal build path. which is again why builds are so important. Just going Wits End because it's fun and because of the attack speed and stuff's a bit silly.
Not so easy to get out.
But each to their own, I guess. Ideally, we want to be able to at least contest this next Baron. But with how far our jungler is behind, it's going to really be up to our carries. And Irelia should be there. Yep. Yeah. So they've got a lot of assassins. And I think that is actually GG.
Ally has been slain.
Bit of a shame because I thought we actually played the early game really well. Unfortunately, the Shyvana kind of outscaled. Zed also, towards the end, was just out-damaging me. But it was a good game in terms of playing the early game out. And just, I guess, unlucky that Elise wasn't able to get ahead with the help I gave her, but also Caitlyn wasn't able to translate her lane lead into a mid-game, late-game lead. So I don't really know who to give it to. I think I give it to the Ali, even though he's a bit too aggressive, because he did really try his best. And I'm glad I got the most honors there, because I really tried to help this support out, and I also really tried to help the AD carry out. So, damage wasn't the best. Zed obviously out-damaged me. It was only by 2k, though, and I played my phase of the game quite well. So I played the early game well. That was my initial intention. So I'm quite happy with how the game went, even though it was a loss, even though we surrendered at 28 minutes. Yeah, it's a bit unlucky with the Caitlyn. She was 10-1 and ended up 13-6, and I think I was 2-0, ended up 3-5. So a lot of stuff went wrong there, but still a good game. I'm still going to upload this one because I thought it was quite enjoyable. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, good luck on the Rift.